Life is very short, and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. This is only one of many insightful sayings from the antiquated school of Stoicism, which teaches us how to lead moral lives in an unpredictable and chaotic environment. Stoicism is a practical way of life that can assist us in overcoming obstacles, managing stress, and achieving our objectives. It is not merely a collection of theoretical concepts, but how is Stoicism applicable to day-to-day living? Creating some bedtime routines that will assist us in taking stock of our activities, correcting our errors, and getting ready for the next day is one of the greatest methods to achieve that. I'll teach you 7 easy-to-follow but effective Stoic nighttime routines in this video that will help you become more resilient, composed, and focused. But before we do that, I want to challenge you to stick with me through the entire video in order to demonstrate resilience and focus rather than weakness. To ensure that you don't miss any of our videos, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. Let's get started now. Habit 1. Take stock of the day. You have a wonderful opportunity to improve yourself every night before you close your eyes. You get to reflect on your day and examine your actions, behaviors, and personal development. This is the moment to celebrate your accomplishments and learn from your mistakes, not to harshly criticize or brood over your shortcomings. This is the moment to review your day, which is the first habit of a Stoic. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers of all time, preached this behavior. He penned, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit that's now mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by." Seneca understood that by looking back on his day, he could assess his deeds and thoughts and determine how successfully he had upheld the 4 tenets of the Stoic philosophy: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. In addition, he may learn to forgive himself and others for his own mistakes, as well as express thankfulness for the things that went well. He may enhance his character, his happiness, and his influence on the world by taking this action. You too can do this. All you have to do is pose a few basic questions to yourself each night, such as, what did I do well today? What did I perform badly today? What gained knowledge today? What can I do better tomorrow? You can use these questions to evaluate your opportunities and lessons, accomplishments and failures, and strengths and weaknesses. They will support you in setting goals and appreciating what you already have. They will support you in developing a deeper sense of self-awareness and moral alignment. They are going to make you stronger, more composed, and more concentrated. Don't just ask these questions, though. Make a note of them. Putting them in writing will help them become more tangible, enduring, and useful. Noting things down will also help you keep track of your development, obstacles you've faced, and overall progress. To record your responses, you can use an app, a notebook, or a journal. Whatever you use, as long as you use it consistently, doesn't matter. You can develop a powerful habit that will change your life by writing down your replies each night. You'll develop greater stoicism, so begin now rather than later. After you've finished your day, plan for tomorrow. Habit 2. Consider your own death. You have a unique chance every night before you go to sleep to reawaken your passion and revive your spirit. You have the opportunity to confront death, the ultimate truth of life. Despite its frightening name, this habit actually feels liberated. The daring and smart Stoics of antiquity adopted this tendency. They understood that death is both inevitable and unpredictable, and that instead of running from or fearing it, we should meet it head-on with bravery and dignity. They also understood that by serving as a constant reminder that life is short and valuable and that we should not squander it on unimportant things, death may serve as a source of inspiration and motivation. Memento mori, which translates to remember that you will die, is a technique used in meditation to help you focus on your mortality. To do this, see tonight as your final night on earth and pose the following thought-provoking questions to yourself. If I knew I was going to die tomorrow, how would I feel about my life? What would I be thankful or proud of? What would I regret not saying or doing? You may live each day as if it were your last by asking yourself these questions, which will help you prioritize what matters most and put things into perspective. They'll support you in pursuing your goals and appreciating what you already have. They will support you in expressing your affection and achieving your goals. They are going to make you stronger, more composed, and more concentrated. But feel these questions instead of just asking them. Sensate them in your bones, in your stomach, in your heart. Experience them as though they were real, as though this was your final night on the planet. Experience the feelings that come up: thankfulness, fear, joy, and grief. Experiencing these feelings each night can help you build a strong habit that will change your life. Consider your own death and live each day to the fullest. Habit 3. Go over some Stoic writings. You can read a great deal of Stoic literature and absorb the teachings of the ancient Stoics who have influenced human history before you go into the world of dreams. You have the opportunity to engage in the third Stoic habit, which is reading Stoic books. This behavior is inspirational as well as instructive. Some of the most powerful individuals in the world, like Nelson Mandela and Marcus Aurelius, had this practice. They read some of the greatest works of Stoicism ever published, including Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, a personal journal detailing the Roman emperor and philosopher's thoughts on duty, virtue, life, and death. Seneca's collection of letters, Letters from a Stoic, in which the Roman statesman and philosopher discussed friendship, rage, happiness, and mourning, among other subjects. You only need to read the pages or paragraphs that speak to you. You don't need to read much. Certain quotes by Stoic philosophers can also be used as mantras or affirmations that you repeat to yourself. You will be able to strengthen your Stoic principles, gain insightful knowledge, and motivate yourself to act on them by doing this practice. You will be able to gain knowledge from the experiences and illustrations of the ancient Stoics, who persevered in the face of numerous difficulties while maintaining their composure. You will be able to conquer any challenges or problems you may run across by applying their lessons and tactics to your own life. You will be able to develop greater fortitude, composure, and concentration. But read these books, but also live by their teachings. Put these workouts into practice. Observe their instructions. Take up the Stoic philosophy and live a Stoic life yourself. You will develop a strong habit that will change your life if you live these writings every night. Habit 4. Disconnect from outside things. This implies that you shouldn't use external factors like money, fame, honor, or the opinions of others to determine how happy or unhappy you are. The Stoics realized that all else is up to fate and fortune, and that the only things we really have control over are our own minds and wills. They also understood that our perceptions and reactions to external objects determine their fundamental goodness or evilness. Adopt the technique of negative visualization, which is imagining the worst possible situation. You can accomplish this by asking yourself, how would I endure if this happened? After imagining that you have lost or never had some of the things that you cherish or seek, without this, how could I ever be happy? How might this help me grow? You will become less attached to and concerned about the transience of outside objects by engaging in this behavior. Even in the face of loss, you'll feel content and joyful and prepared for whatever may happen. Liberate yourself from the world's enslavement. Make your own definition of happiness instead of letting others define it for you. The Stoic path is this one. Habit 5. Pay attention to your goals. Your mission is an important part of who you are. It is not some insignificant affair. You have a legacy to leave, a task to complete, and a destiny to fulfill. There is a divine spark inside of you, and it is your responsibility to fan it into a flame that illuminates the world. The Stoics held that our existence is purposeful and not coincidental. We have a place in the universe and a function to do. Not only are we here to consume, but also to contribute. Learn to pay attention, or prososh, to your purpose. This is the practice of awareness and mindfulness of your words, actions, and thoughts. You have to ask yourself things like, what is my life's purpose? On a regular basis. Which is the best course of action to take? What has to be done immediately? What is the most urgent? You will improve your vision, coordinate your efforts, and set priorities for your work by adopting this practice. Time will not be wasted on distractions. Instead, it will be used on necessities. You'll walk with purpose rather than aimlessly. Habit 6. Exercise self-control. What if I told you that you are capable of controlling your own fate, overcoming any challenge, and accomplishing any objective? The ancient Stoics understood and applied this principle. They were aware that exercising self-control is essential to leading a happy life. The capacity to restrain your feelings and urges and behave morally and sensibly is known as self-discipline. It is the capacity to select what is lasting over transient, what is noble over base, and what is right over easy. It is the capacity to develop moderation and virtues while avoiding excesses and vices. It's the capacity to push yourself to perform a challenging or uncomfortable task each day, like getting up early, working out, maintaining a nutritious diet, or lending a helpful hand to others. You'll be able to overcome your shortcomings, fortify your resolve, and advance your abilities by doing this. You'll possess the bravery, discernment, and composure to handle any circumstance. This is a habit that can change your life and make you the author of your own narrative. Develop it as a nightly routine. Make it your lifestyle. Habit 7. Unwind and get enough rest. Now that you've reached the final habit a Stoic should have, you shouldn't allow its ease of use deceive you. This behavior is critical to your overall health and has the power to create or break your success. The Stoics understood that rest and sleep are needs rather than indulgences. They are investments rather than diversion. They are rewards rather than indulgences. They knew that the greatest ways to refuel, regain equilibrium, and regain vigor was to unwind and get enough sleep. They also knew how to unwind and get a good night's sleep using a potent method known as ataraxia, which translates to tranquility. By taking long, calm breaths, releasing tension and stress, stretching your body to release stiffness and pain, meditating on your mission or your values, or praying to your higher power or inner wisdom, you can practice ataraxia. You will be able to unwind mentally, physically, and sleep soundly if you practice this behavior. And you'll be prepared to take on the day with courage, clarity, and confidence when you wake up. This final habit will make all the difference in completing your Stoic lifestyle. Therefore, don't undervalue it, don't ignore it, and don't give it up for anything. My friend, unwind and get plenty of rest. You're worthy of it. These 7 nocturnal practices from a Stoic can help you become more robust, composed, and concentrated. You will be able to live a moral and happy life in a chaotic and uncertain environment if you put them into constant practice. But don't just believe what I say. See the effects for yourself by giving them a try. Please make sure to watch the entire video before leaving a comment below with the phrase, "I am resilient," and giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. In order to ensure that you don't miss any of our videos, if you're new here and want to learn how to be resilient like the Stoics, subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. I appreciate you viewing, and never forget that you can make a difference in your life. In the following video, I'll see you. Maintain your stoicism.